It's from Yahoo News. Alyssa Brezinak says, Terror Incorporated, how the Islamic State became a branding behemoth. With vines, tweets, and listicles, IS spreads its hateful message. Can the West find a way to fight back?
I even heard this on Howard Stern. Like, I mean, this is a meme now. This is something that people are talking about, is how awesome ISIS is at spreading hate. You have a country, a government with unlimited budgets, and the means and wanting to of creating a false enemy.
This super incredible power team known as ISIS, which no doubt is backed by the CIA. They only came into existence after the absolute embarrassing loss of foreign policy when Obama tried to get the United States into war with Syria and was soundly outplayed by Vladimir Putin. So the CIA obviously took a U-turn and started funding the radical Islamic terrorists known as ISIS. Any rational look at the radicalization of Muslims traces their paths right back to the CIA. You can start with Zbigniew Brzezinski in Afghanistan, who radicalized the Mujahideen against the Soviets when during the Afghan war there. Al-Qaeda was created by the United States.
I mean, let's remember here, the people we are fighting today, we funded 20 years ago. And we did it because we were locked in this struggle with the Soviet Union.
We have John McCain saying that he met with ISIS.
And during the run-up to the Syrian conflict, none other than the neocon chicken hawk, John McCain, meet with ISIS and supported them. Here's him admitting to it on Fox and pictures of him meeting with ISIS.
I don't care about the report. I know these people intimately. We talk to them all the time.
Let me ask you about what your colleague Rand Paul said about it this morning. He said it's a mistake to arm them. Most of the arms that we've given the so-called moderate rebels have wound up in the hands of ISIS because ISIS simply takes it from them, or it is given to them, and we mistakenly actually end up giving it to some radicals. Look, things are very...
Has Rand Paul ever been to Syria? Has he ever met with ISIS? Has he ever met with any of these people? No. We're going to have a fight because it's patently false. This is the same Rand Paul that said we didn't want to have anything to do with anything to do in the Middle East, by the way. I don't want to get in a fight with him at all. Yeah. But it's not true. I know these people. I'm in contact with them all the time.
All right, then let me ask you this.
Just like when Donald Rumsfeld met with Saddam Hussein against Iran. We create these enemies to perpetuate the debt and death paradigm to get us involved in an area of the world that we have no right to be in.
Somebody else came out and said that we created them. They have articles about Israel coordinating with ISIS to attack Syria. This has everything to do with Obama's failed plan of starting a war with Syria, 2 years ago. They, just like Al-Qaeda, we've funded these guys out there to go ahead and do this. They have brand new Texas pickup trucks. Remember we did the article about how some Texas carpenter sold his truck and went to auction, and then it was found 6 months later in Syria with machine guns mounted on it and still has the guy's name still on the side of the truck. I mean, these are things that are very easily identified who the buyer was, and you can't go to an auction and not have thumbprint, finger scanned ID. They know damn well who bought that truck, and I guarantee it was somebody inside the United States. So now we have this branding machine, this, if you've seen these videos, I mean, it literally looks like, these Hollywood directors are doing it. They're using aerial drones showing Muslims with, masks and AK-47s running through and explosions. I mean, it's a Hollywood production. Obama with his, million fake Facebook followers and Twitter with fake followers. They can create followings and likes with a click of a button. I mean, this is not, something outrageous. If you wanted to have 10 million views on a certain video, you click 10 million on YouTube's account and they'll do it. Like, they work for Google. Google is a bastard child of DARPA. I mean, they're all connected, and it all serves the purpose of creating fear and legitimizing more debt and death. And that's what this whole paradigm is built off of. So do I believe that, the social media director of ISIS is some kid from Afghanistan? No, it's probably some guy in Washington or somewhere around there. and that they're doing this to, create more fear and to fund more war and get people prepared for war. That's ultimately what this comes down to. The ISIS, it's maybe 5,000 men. You can't tell me that they caused this much trouble, but this is just a fake wag the dog war.